Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman, and today I'm going to be doing a psychic reading for you guys on Armie Hammer. This is a celebrity actor that you have asked me to do a reading on, so we're going to get into it. I have here my celestite. I wanted to show this how beautiful this specimen is, and it is so powerful, and I just felt like it was appropriate today. I have my Palo Santo here, and then I have my favorite candle, which is almost done. It is roasted coffee and caramel. So I'm going to turn that candle on, and then I'm going to burn some Palo Santo before this reading just to clear the energy. And then we're going to get started and see what is going on. Now, if you're not familiar with Armie Hammer, I believe he is married, but is in the process of a divorce. But he has had recently a lot of allegations, similar to like, Marilyn Manson, but just a lot more darker because they involve kind of like cannibalism, and other kind of, weird sexual preferences that he has that I'm not going to go into. So I'm just clearing the energy around here, and I'm asking for all of my angels and all of my spirit guides to be here present while we do this. And today I'm going to be using the Uncommon Tarot. I love these cards and the depictions, and we're going to see what comes up. So I'm going to be using, again, the tarot, and then I'm going to be using some oracle cards too to kind of see, are these allegations true? What is in store for his future? You know, his career, what is coming up? Because a lot of people want to know the tea. I've even had some friends reach out to me asking me to do a reading on him. So we are going to get into the tea here. Let me just put this closer to me. I hope everybody's doing good this Sunday afternoon, or actually Sunday morning when I'm filming this. And remember, I don't read reversals, but in order for me, I read left to right, but not reversals here on my channel. So whatever I pull, I'll be turning it around so that way you can see, but it'll look like it's in reverse to you, but it's not, okay? All right, so I'm just going to pull some cards a little differently. I'm just going to set them out. I'm going to select 8 cards randomly. You know, I could cut the deck. Again, that's not my style. Everybody has a different style. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll pull more if I need to. So the first card we got here is the King of Coins. Okay, so let me hold that up to you. If you can see the King of Coins, this would be like the King of Pentacles, right? It's a man that's very much about his career. He's very focused, very ambitious, and it's all about money. That's the motivating factor here. So I feel like he is driven by his career as an actor, by money. So it's very interesting how this all comes up. We know that, you know, that he obviously loves money because he is an actor, right? And they get paid pretty good big bucks here. But again, I feel like there's I feel like this card is also saying like he's used his money and his star power to get out of binds, kind of like the situation in 2011 or somewhere around there when he was in Texas and got busted for pot, right? But again, now it's legal in a lot of places. So again, I just feel like he's used his money to kind of get out of situations is what I kind of feel. The next card I have here is the World card. So he's like completed a cycle where he's had like success and he's been driven by money. This is like a complete cycle that is kind of ending and potentially like a new beginning here for him. Interestingly enough, we have here the 6 of Wands. So he, you know, when you look at this, the 6 of Wands, it's kind of like, it reminds me of like somebody that is victorious, somebody that is, you know, very creative and thrives. So there's other projects and things in his career that his career is not over. I'm just going to say that, okay? There's a lot of people that are speculating. Remember, he is married, in the process of a divorce, I believe, and he has 2 children. And so there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of accusations, but I don't feel like his career is over, okay? And then we have here, which I can't show this card because it has, it's a little weird, but it's the sun. I'm going to try to, let me see what I can do here. I'm going to cover this because I don't like the way that they make these cards here. But it is the sun card. I'm not going to put it in the deck because, again, it does depict some kind of nudity. So I'll try to avoid that. But it is the sun card that I got, okay? Trust me, I'm not lying. Let me just show it to you, but let me cover. So it's the sun card. I just can't show you the picture because there's nudity here in that picture. And then we have here the... So with the sun card, let me go back to that. I didn't even cover that. With the sun card, it represents, for me, it represents a lot of divine protection. Despite the allegations, I know that a lot of people are like, well, I don't believe what you're saying. You know, I believe the allegations and whatnot. But I kind of feel like I have to be unbiased in everything that I do. And I'm never going to be that psychic that tells you what you want to hear, but rather what spirit has to say, for real. Does he have darker sexual tendencies? Does he have, a perverted mind? I'm sure he does, but what man doesn't, right? There's a lot of people and women. There's a lot of men and women that have sexual preferences that may not be your cup of tea. But I kind of feel like in this case here that some of these things are kind of overstretched. The truth is kind of overstretched. And some of this is also a little, I feel like it's like a little, it's a little overdone. And then I have here the 7 of Swords. So with the 7 of Swords, sorry. With the 7 of Swords, it's very interesting because I kind of feel like that there is like this feeling of being trapped, right? In a situation, kind of like feeling certain, it's more like mental anguish, all the stuff that comes from these rumors, the things that come from these lies and allegations and whatnot. Excuse me. Congestion here. But I kind of feel like that is what is being shown here. I feel like there's a lot of women that obviously would love to be with him. Exes that have been with him. Again, I just feel like some of them, may be telling the truth about certain aspects of their relationships. But then some of these things are kind of overstretched completely. And then I have here the 10 of Coins. So the 10 of Coins is the 10 of Pentacles. With the 10 of Coins or the 10 of Pentacles, you see like a lot of focus on money, family life, the future, kind of like planning, celebrating. But money is his driving factor. And again, all through this reading, I'm seeing a lot of Pentacle energy, which tells me, or a lot of coin energy, that it's possible that, he is still going to have a career, despite the cancel culture that we're living in, which is ridiculous. And then we have here the Queen of Coins, so Pentacles. So there is a woman that wants money. This could be his ex that he's getting a divorce from, or it could be somebody, like these other ladies that are accusing him that want their own money. So there is this push and pull where people are after his money. And then we have here the Empress, which is, I would say is his ex with the children. She is, I feel like in some ways she doesn't want this to get out of proportion. She's not happy with it because it's also a reflection of her. Since she was in a relationship with her, there's a lot of speculation, and she also has a lot to lose. But I don't feel like she would have been with him for 10 years had he been really a horrible person, and she would not have had children with him if he was a horrible person. So they're putting their children first and foremost before everything. This is all about family here. And then here I get the, again, we have the 2 of Wands. So with the 2 of Wands, it's kind of like, it's youthful energy. And again, I can't show this because there is some nudity. The way that they depicted some of these photos is a lot of nudity, so for monetization, but it is the Two of Wands. And then we have here the Queen of Wands. So again, we have a lot of female energy around him. Again, he is in a place where I feel like he's going to be for the next couple of years in and out of relationships. It's not going to be, you know, and despite like what people think that because of the accusations of cannibalism or the proof that they have out of text messages, again, this is all allegedly. You know, many times words can be used and misconstrued. And again, I know a lot of people may not agree with what I'm saying, but I do feel like ultimately that there are some issues that he has, again, not diagnosing, this is allegedly, but I do feel like emotionally he's not stable. I do feel like he does struggle with depression and things of that nature, in his mind, right? So his mind is not perfect. I do feel like there's chemical imbalances, and there is a gravitation to unhealthy coping mechanisms, which is the way that I can position it. And then we have the Nine of Coins here. So he's constantly working hard to solidify a future for himself, but it's very, very difficult when you are being accused of things. And in the culture that we live in, you want to they want to cancel you. So the Ten of Swords tells me where his mind is at. It's not a peaceful feeling. It's a peaceful of being backstabbed. So he's going to lose some friendships out of this if he hasn't already, which I feel like he has. Like some people that he thought perhaps were close friends of his are pulling away from him. And it's unfortunate, but it is the reality that we are looking at right now in this reading, and that energy that we're looking at. And then we have here, let's see, what is this? The 5, the 9, what is this? I'm trying to see what this card is. Oh, Wise One. Okay, so this is the Wise One. This is like the Hierophant, I believe, in this deck. This is not a deck that I'm very familiar with. So he's looking for a more spiritual path, more of a spiritual journey, so he won't be as judged, or to find healing more than anything. I feel like he's trying to find healing in all of this. But there are revelations that are going to continue to come out. The Emperor is him. It's like how he stands in his life, right? And he always puts himself last, I kind of feel like, not first in everything that he does, friendships and everything else. So I feel like if he does step away from the limelight, from, you know, the cameras and stuff, this is more for his mental health. It's more for him to kind of get balance again in his life, to get to a point where he feels a little bit more confident. Look, the Lover's card, which it's just back nudity here, so I think I can show this. It's the Lover's card, right? So again, there is true love on the horizon for him. He is going to be in relationships, but I feel like, again, it's karmic for him, and it's going to be in and out. Like there's not a soulmate bond yet, despite the wife that he had, you know, that he had children with. I don't feel like there were soulmates. And then we have here the Six of Coins. So just a lot of like giving, taking, you know, receiving. You know, people are still going to support him. And the Queen of Cups. So there comes a woman that is able to handle his energy and is able to be that partner that he wants. It's very nurturing, that would be like a good stepmom to his children. That she would, you know, kind of be his partner, his equal, but she's emotionally stable and able to give. There's no level of craziness in there. And then there's the Death card. So there is an ending here to all of this drama for him. You know, it's just like every other scandal that in Hollywood. Some of them go, some of them come, some of them go. And you're going to see that. But the Five of Swords tells me here that, I'm just looking at this, you know, there's just so much like energy that is like being kind of like wasted and expended. And it has him kind of thinking, who can he trust? Like, who can he support? Because I feel like, again, the energy all around this reading is like, it's talking about people coming for him and people turning on him. And then what is this one? This is the Hermit card. So it's like him feeling alone and essentially in his own, you know, world of celebrity stardom, but also being Armie Hammer that he is himself. Hanged One, again, so feeling very trapped. Again, very alone, very trapped in a situation. I want to say something here, and this is not in any defense to him or any of the allegations, but don't believe everything that you see down, because people fall down this rabbit hole in social media, on YouTube. They start seeing conspiracy theorist videos. They start falling into this entrapment where things become okay, that they're factual and nobody fact checks them, and they believe that this stuff is real. Am I saying that he's an angel? Obviously not. No one is, right? Is he perfect? No. But I do not believe all of the allegations that are being made against him, because we see patterns where a lot of these actors are taken down or wanting to be taken down at a certain point in their career, when there is somebody else that's fresh or new, a new energy, you know, someone that is coming into the entertainment industry that, you know, they want to put the highlight and focus on, you know. So Page of Coins, he has something new in the works in the future. Like, this is, like I said, this is not the ending of Armie Hammer's career at all. I don't feel that at all. And then the 10 of Cups. So again, fulfillment on every level. Emotional fulfillment, financial fulfillment. He is finding his soulmate. And I do feel like she will be a beautiful person. I don't know, she's like a model, but I feel like she is a little darker than his ex, quite possibly. Or she may get tanned, like super tan. But I feel like there is this cohesion of love that is coming together for him. You know, and I do feel like, again, he does have a lot of things to work on, obviously, and going forward on who he can trust, and also where he allows his mind to go when he's under certain things that he does take, right, or things that he does use to cope with. And so now we're going to get into the Dark Mirror Oracle cards. Now, these Oracle cards give me a better perspective on the shadow parts of himself, like, or the shadow, like, because we all do shadow work. And when we talk about shadow work, we're essentially talking about, like, you know, the energies surrounding, ourselves, and like what we can do to fix those things that weigh us down, or that, lower our energy, right? Things that are like our flaws, our character flaws, the darker thoughts that pervade in our minds. So that's what I'm going to get into next. And we're going to I'm just going to pull 3 again. And again, I'm trying to be very, very unbiased in this reading, you know, in all my readings that I do, despite what's out there. So we got the first card. It says today for tomorrow. So again, this is kind of like two people, two different personalities. So, you know, I feel like today for tomorrow is like, you know, he kind of is looking for the future, but it's like today he's one person, tomorrow he is quite the opposite, you know. I also feel like, again, these are two women, again, that represent maybe two people that are accusing him currently, and the darker aspect of their truth, right, of what they say. Notice how they are outside this window, kind of like standing on the outside. So again, it feels almost like some of this is like an attack against him, and not of the light. And then we have here a bride in a cage. So again, I feel like his ex felt kind of trapped in this situation as well, in the marriage. And this would kind of describe why they needed to energetically separate. A bride in a cage, meaning that, again, I feel like, you know, there are just some strong emotions from the women's perspective and point of view. And then naked before the stars. So again, he, like I said, he does have some fantasies. He does, you know, have some preferences and things that are a little dark, or, you know, would be considered dark to people that are not into this kind of stuff. But then we have here hiding your true self. So I don't feel like he shows his true self. He hides behind his sexual desires, his tendencies, things of that nature. And this is part of his soul growth here on earth, and the things that he needs to really work on, which is a spiritual journey, which is to really work on himself. But we cannot sit here as human beings and judge another person and cancel them. And that's never going to work, never going to bring healing, and never going to allow them to actually make peace with themselves and grow as a human. So we as human beings need to pray for him, obviously, and pray for these ladies that have been affected in some kind of way. And just know that, that sending them all kind of, love and praying to God that they kind of like shift and there's healing that takes place. Above all, what he needs right now at this point is healing, and he definitely needs to change certain things. Like I said, the child I was meant to be, I feel like there's things that he went through in childhood that maybe scarred him for life. Am I excusing his behavior? Obviously not. But I'm just saying that I feel like there are things that he went through in childhood. Maybe he saw things that he shouldn't have seen, or grew up a little bit too soon. And so these are things, again, that he has to work on and that he has to really heal. And the only way he can do that is by going back, and enjoying the time that he has away from the camera, away from the spotlight, work with a therapist, work with somebody spiritual like a Reiki master, working on his heart chakra, because his heart chakra seems blocked. It seems like the reason that he gravitates towards these tendencies is because his heart chakra is blocked, and it has a lot of years of just like of abusive type of emotions that he has actually been abused in so many ways that he, people don't really know and he doesn't talk about. So yeah, and then we have the black flower fragrance. So again, a lot of like just darker, it's like a piece of his soul has died in some ways through all of this, and he's being reborn in a spiritual description in a spiritual way. He's being reborn. So again, I feel like the Armie hammer that we know, or that people know or think that they know, is going to really evolve and change over the next couple of years. You're not going to see the same person. He's going to be entirely different. But for him, he's going to have to be mentally strong and prepared and spiritually strong to not let this ruin him or send him into a spiral of depression. Because again, it's not easy when you are in the spotlight and everybody is believing every single rumor and every single thing that is coming out there. Some people, like I said, are very quick to do that. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope that you like this reading. Please subscribe to my channel by hitting that red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. And again, if you have any suggestions for future readings, please leave a comment in the comment section below. All right, guys, I love you so much. Until next time. Bye.